In a major development, India has managed successfully to get Belgium to arrest fugitive Mehul Choksi. It's a big win for India in its fight against financial fugitives. Sources tell us that diamond trader Mehul Choksi, wanted in connection with the Punjab National Bank loan fraud case, has been arrested by Belgian authorities. The arrest, made at the request of Indian agencies including the CBI and ED, follows non-bailable warrants issued against him by Mumbai courts. This is the result of a relentless pursuit by Indian agencies for over 7 years and spanning 3 countries that faced multiple setbacks. He flew to Antigua, where he had taken citizenship through the investment program. Choksi, who had been a fugitive since 2018, was detained on the 12th of April from a hospital in Belgium, where he had reportedly been undergoing treatment. His arrest comes days after Indian authorities stepped up extradition efforts. Geeta Luthra, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court, is joining us live on the broadcast. Geeta Luthra, what do you make of this big development with Mehul Choksi now formally being arrested, we are told by our sources?
Yes, interesting. I think India is getting success in its extradition efforts. I think this week seems to be India's success week. And let's see how it pans out, because although there is an arrest, what is going to happen will be seen, whether he needs a visa to come to India. The government has sent a request, and it seems the very fact that he's been arrested, that the request may possibly be accepted.
Okay. Geeta Luthra, also now, what is the procedure going to be ahead now? How soon before we get him back to India? He's of course now formally been arrested, we're told. Now, of course, the procedure begins.
So, according to me, it's the government, I mean the CBI through the government, that will have made a formal request. I mean, that's perhaps the reason that he was arrested. So, the government will make a formal request to execute the extradition request. Now, it would be anyone's guess whether the Belgian government would once again want to examine this from their country's perspective, or they would look at proceedings which have been going on elsewhere. I think they were in England, that if proceedings which have been going on elsewhere, and perhaps have an inquiry officer, inquiry magistrate appointed, and then make a final decision on the extradition. Now, I'm not very certain, because this Mehul Choksi's case has gone up, down many times. I think the lawyers, insofar as they would be requesting, they'll say he's a sick man, he cannot travel so long, this distance, he's in Belgium for his medical treatment, and therefore the Belgian government should not extradite him. Rather, he should get treated till he is well. Now, the procedure for extradition is really that that country then considers the issue of extradition. They find a prima facie case. They find it is not against their public policy. They have a treaty with India with regard to extradition. And then there is a right of appeal. That right of appeal is looked at. So I believe all these, first on the administrative or quasi-judicial, quasi-administrative side, the request is sent. The fact that this person is required for various offenses. If you recall, during the time that there was the diamond trade and there were letters of credit issued, there was some issue about how the letters of credit were being rotated, and that there was not enough, I think there was not enough security against those letters of credit. I think that was the issue there.
Yes. Geeta Luthra, now, as far as, of course, this entire process is concerned, how long do you expect it to last? a few weeks or could it be a few months? What does your experience tell you?
I think it could possibly be a few months. Although what the law seems to envisage is some 45 days. It says 15 days within which the request is made, a visa is granted. Once he gets a visa, I think he's no longer an Indian citizen, so there would be visa requirements. And once all that is done, then there is another a small procedure in accordance with law. Now, question then is it going to be that procedure, or will Belgium, under the various, I'm sure there are EU guidelines on this, and Belgium has its own law, would want to examine whether, in fact, they are going to accede to India's demand for extradition.
Okay.
What clearly appears is that according to them, the very fact that they were arrested, it is an extraditable offense
Yes.
according to.
Okay. Geeta Luthra, appreciate you joining us with your perspective on this big story. Also live with us now is Justice R.S. Sodhi, former judge, Delhi High Court. Justice Sodhi, thank you for speaking